Okay, we're into episode 13 of the 248k mod run. We've got kind of a railgrid that we were setting up last time, and broke a bunch of things and kind of need to fix them, and it's generally a bit of a mess. Yeah, last time we've got this kind of nice railgrid now. We're complaining about not having a bunch of these things built because they take engines, which we're short on ceramic parts for, which is also what this is going to do. And I also haven't connected this fluid input yet, haven't given them steam, and also don't have any trains that will be bringing me stone to put on this stuff. And also the trains are in the middle of this rail grid because it's kind of too small to do anything else with. Was also going to move the cracking, but first, the in-base supply of ceramics we broke because this thing here used to have steam on it, and it doesn't anymore because we blasted the power plant that was going through. But if I... do I actually want to kill all of those? I don't think I'm going to kill all of those. I think I want to get... yeah, I can somewhere queue a boiler, because the bots will have these in storage, because, you know, I disconnected a bunch of them. I can fit 3 of these guys here, which I think is going to be fine. And we can just have steam happening over here if we can get water in, which we should be able to. So we can do all of that, and then... is it... yeah, this here has a water feed somewhere, doesn't it? It's the water feed coming through here, which is also kind of in the way of my rails, and so is the shipwreck, so I don't know what we're doing about that. Maybe we destroy the shipwreck, but if we instead run this way... yeah, this works. And somewhere over here, yeah, this thing, this little interchange here, that's what we can do differently, and which means we can get rid of these pipes and break the copper feed for a bit. That also might be a theme. We might end up breaking quite a few things today. But yeah, let's go and set this up a little bit better. I would like more pumps in there. So we can do... I mean, is that... probably that does what it needs to. I think the other thing I want to do... yeah, let's see if we can do that over here as well, is... because this is making a lot of... yeah, this is making a lot of dirty water, so let's, instead of doing it quite like that, let's do it with another pump. Because this... one of the things I'm still thinking about is how do we get water more accessible further away from the lake. Because that's still a resource I care about. Even though I'm not actually planning on doing anything with the logistics robots, am I? Where it needs to go up there. It needs to go through this pipe here, yeah. Okay, sure. Actually, those ones probably don't need to be there. In fact, I could probably just do this with bots. Yeah. Corner pipe there, corner pipe here. Corner pipe is more difficult to do standing on a belt. Up there, and bots will do all this stuff. And this should re-establish, I mean, okay, once all of that's done, that should re-establish the connection of ceramics to the base, which should help us build more power poles. But I think the other thing I want to do is... yeah, I think I want to prioritize here into the power poles, because these power poles are kind of an important part of building this entire grid, so we're going to do that. But I think the other thing I'm going to do... if I'm jumping these out, I need to get them onto either this belt or this belt in front of the splitter. Which I can do if I'm doing like this, but then those don't match, so I guess we're doing that, and then I need an output priority left splitter there. Over here. Yeah, so this should mean that these guys get more ceramics. They first of all get ceramics taken away from blue science. How much blue science? Oh, I'm out of blue science. Okay, let's go and... yeah, I wasn't really doing anything with logistics robots anyway, was I? So what non-blue sciences am I going to use? Here's a nice slow non-blue science that will help, you know, a bit, sure. Logistics bots I don't think I'm going to use. Not yet, anyway. But there was some other stuff that I was looking at that was, yeah, that was... where my electric furnaces at? Not there. Okay, let's find purple science and then find electric furnaces via this way. Yeah, this guy needs normal stuff that we're kind of working on because we're kind of working towards red circuits, but also fiberglass reinforced plastic, and that is found on the tech tree if we go through fiber production, which lets us get some kinds of fibers. Okay, so we need to make the glass and then crush the glass, which is also stone, which is fine. And then this guy, advanced materials, lets us get natural fiber reinforced plastic and fiberglass reinforced plastic, which also requires gas, like, directly. So I think I'm putting gas on a train rather than putting plastic on a train and just making plastic in the places I need it. And then those are 2 blue techs, so let's then slot in another tech that doesn't need blue science because we're still worried about staggering all of that stuff. And then the next thing I just noticed that was super interesting is, oh, actually, damage 4 would be a good one, wouldn't it? Yeah. This guy, which is actually a huge take. This guy's slow enough that we can probably just put that there. Yeah, sure. This guy, stone mining, gives me, also uses fiberglass reinforced plastic, which is a thing we're probably going to have to just make in bulk. Can mine stone from anywhere on the map, needs a constant supply of drills. So that sounds like it's going to be kind of a big deal, because I'm finding a lot of things that need stone, including the fiberglass reinforced plastic that we've just found. And this will let me mine probably these rock fragments, which then I can turn into either lots of stone or even more stone if I have the right kind of things. If I have water and hydrofluoric acid, I get more stone. I get first up 25% more stone than the first recipe, but also a chance of getting the rock fragment back. So this one's going to be quite a lot more complicated to implement, but in a way I reckon is probably fine. I mean, I can just, all that dirty water can just be landfill because whatever, and then I can train in hydrofluoric acid. Actually, I could train in regular acid, use the dirty water to make the fluorine on site, upgrade the acid to hydrofluoric acid in site. Yeah, then I'm actually just training around regular acid, which might work fine, and I'm doing something with the dirty water rather than just landfill. More fiberglass reinforced plastic, cool, and titanium. So that's going to give us a bunch of things to research for. Although there was also going to, yeah, other tech things I was remembering I was going to do, wasn't I? Like, we'll do this because it's not a blue tech, because I'm still not researching blue science at any decent rate. But then also laser turrets are going to be a thing for a couple of reasons. I don't know if I'm going to be doing mass flamethrower stuff at this point. But it has reminded me that, first of all, we need to set the landmines recipe, because I don't actually think I've done that yet. Where's landmines? It's going to be in here somewhere. Here. So we're now making landmines. Landmines are really great for bots to move around. The other thing is that laser turrets are really great for bots to move around. Much easier than flamethrower supply and all that kind of stuff. Are these guys? Yeah, these guys are making ceramics again. So that's pretty fantastic. And yeah, the other thing that struck me is all these bots. I've got now, 1,000 and a bit bots. I don't think I need any more bots at all. So what we're going to do about that is this guy here is going to disappear, and then a short while later, so this will let us run some of this nerdium off the belt, because we're limited just by gold, which hopefully will mean that we need less of these things. Yeah, we're going to cut the gold in a moment as well, and then these things will stop completely, and then all of this stuff backing up here will just be based on the aluminium, which should let us get more aluminium, which is currently not running at the rate that our composite would like to, but hopefully, yeah, we're going to get a couple more bots. But the other thing that struck me is if I cut bot production, because I don't actually need bots yet, like, and I'm going to end up with running all this stuff off the belt, like another 13, how many is this? Oh, there's also the stuff in here. Like, yeah, I'm going to get a bunch more bots. After that, I can cut the electric engines, because I need a ton of engines for instance, all these crushers, wherever these guys are. These guys also need engines, so we're going to need engines for that. And then also, somewhere over here, like, may as well be right here, these components are... Actually, let's check that first. I was going to say these components are everything I need for laser turrets, and this recipe is the same, so that's nice. We can do... They actually don't need to be very fast, do they? So we can do something like... I don't know if the bots have... I don't think the bots have those, but it's fine. But this can be... We can make laser turrets here, which is going to be cool, because they will be a whole lot easier to defend. So other things I wanted to do is probably... To be honest, probably break a bunch of stuff, because the next goal is to get this running, which means I need stone, not that one, stone on trains. And the way I will get stone on trains is either be by sorting out this guy again, which is possible. I mean, some of this could be rerouted, or, yeah, if I'm doing any kind of train stuff, I'd like these guys to get on trains as well. If I am doing any kind of train stuff, and I plan on doing a bunch of train stuff, all of this other infrastructure that's kind of in the way kind of needs to not be in the way. So do I have... I don't have deconstruction planner. Let's get a deconstruction planner, and let's set this to these guys, because at this point, yeah, I've got this extra surplus grid in the middle of all of this stuff. I don't need, because we're just getting it done with regular... Like, the actual grid that I've built is going to be everything. Like, yeah, the rail grid will be doing all of this stuff now. I also threw in these roboports because I needed the range to build all of this stuff. Haven't actually built all of them yet, and don't actually have radar coverage to get all of everything built everywhere, which is going to be a continued shame. But that there should work. That should put those roboports down. And then I think we just want to continue to rail grid this stuff out. Because things I want include this stone on a train, but then probably also this stuff for iron. So we're just going to have to go and build that. It's going to continue to be a pain. Oh well. Also, if we get the rail grid up around, let's put this in here, and then shall I just do the most aggressive thing? Maybe. How is the pollution cloud on that side? It's annoying someone. But yeah, we're already doing kind of the aggressive thing. I think the aggressive thing is going to be, we're just going to roboport out here, and then we're just going to put down a bunch of landmines and or laser turrets, although I don't actually have the laser turrets built at the moment, do I? So whatever. Okay. Because yeah, we still got a lot of bots that aren't really doing anything, and they should, because the other thing I want is... Actually, this is a long way away, isn't it? I might actually have to... And I don't have radar coverage over a lot of it, so it looks like I'm going to be driving there to set all these blueprints up. And I've got a bot for somehow. Yeah, and then we're probably doing a fairly nasty thing where we're going to cut off a lot of these belt supplies. I want to check that my composites are doing everything that they should. Yeah, this is fine. We are making a lot of these things now, which is cool because it means we can expand, and specifically the places we want to expand are going to be in this general direction. I've still got this... Yeah, let's just go, like... And then that's the one I need, but is that going to be in the way of... Yeah, it's kind of not worth it at the moment, is it? And these guys will do all the roboport connecting they need to. What I should do, actually, is drag this lower part as well, and check that all of these... Yeah, these guys haven't actually tidied up all of these signals yet. Some of these signals need to not be here, because they just won't achieve anything. But other than that... This thing here looks like it's actually a complete copy of everything I need for, like, the let's call it the edge section of the thing, which means I could actually blueprint this. Yeah, let's actually keep that blueprint. And let's do this blueprint differently so that it has rail, rail, big power pole, rail signal. Yeah. And we could tile this differently, but this means that we can tell the difference between this one, which is our rail grid because it's kind of got a thing, and then this thing that has the rail on the bottom because, you know, it's a rail thing we're doing on the bottom. And it's not tiling yet, but whatever. We can still just go and get all these things built. And how many roboports do the bots have at the moment? Do the bots have enough roboports to be doing all of this? And then also, you want to stop, and then also, you guys want to stop. And that should mean that the aluminium production gets bumped, hopefully. And then we'll worry about all the rest of the stuff later. Yeah, with 1350 bots, that's more than we need. Okay, fine. The composite is looking pretty good. All of the stuff is getting built. This guy is just waiting on engines, which is the other reason why I was gonna like cut these guys out. Oh wait, I've got a whole lot more gold than I need. I'm gonna end up with a bunch of bonus engines, aren't I? It's fine. You've still got, yeah, you're still building things. You're gonna be fine. Okay. This is also the reason why I wanted a lot of cliff explosives, because we're doing a lot of this cliff explosives-y stuff. Yeah. So wait, if I'm here, I should be able to do this bit from the map, right? I should be able to get rail grid, and those all should be in somewhat helpful places, sure. And then the edge grid thing, which is not tiled, but I've also kind of lined everything up already, so that's fine. And yeah, bots are going to get a lot of things to do. This is not actually the side I want to be on. I want to be on the top side because that's where the stone is. Is that true? I still need to... Yeah, okay, yeah. Changing my mind about many things. I also need to get over to where... do I need... I don't think I need any of those things. I've pushed enough on the side that I don't think I'm going to be troubled by that stuff in the immediate future, and also don't plan on being troubled there anyway. So yeah, we're going to get a lot of the stuff thrown out. The bots are probably either all busy or are limited on... Every single construction robot is busy. That's fine. Oh, I guess there's hundreds of ammunition here that all needs to be taken somewhere else. Okay, fine. Yeah, have also not put radars down there, but that's fine. Yeah, we're just gonna make sure bots have things to do. I think we're gonna bomb all of this out all the way to the stone because I want the stone. And then most of this no, I don't have a radar over here, do I? I will need to drop a radar somewhere around here as well, but that's fine. Bots are going to have a lot of things to do. And then I can have them picking up rocks. I probably shouldn't be that excited about bots picking up rocks. So yeah, so that's going to be where all of this needs to go. Do I want to fully mine the stone? I think I do want to fully mine the stone, which means that these things need to not be here, and we can just put them back after we've mined it. Which also means that this stuff needs to not be here. Which means that the train station on this side isn't going to work at all. So I guess I'm far enough away at this point that I don't really need to worry about which side things are going to be on. And we'll just drop a radar here, and then... Yeah, and then we'll have a train station, I guess. Oh, there's copper out here as well. So this... Yeah, this line here is the one that we've broken, which means the train coming down here and stopping here isn't one that we can actually use. And then having also broken this way, okay, so I guess we are using this spot here as our train station. Yeah, it'll be controlled by this rail signal. How are trains getting into that station? they're coming from the bottom, which means we also need to do that. And yeah, this other kind of disastrous train plan is going to continue to be a bit of a struggle, but that's fine, I guess. And the bots have a lot of things to do now, don't they? The bots have all of that to build out here. Once they get out here, we'll see this radar turn on, and then we'll be able to do more stuff. We also did want, yeah, more stuff out here so that these two we can supply by rail, because the other problem I've got at the moment is I want to bring the stone down here, and I can't do that on a train because these lines are cutting like where I can do train stuff. So either we do that differently, or yeah, I think we just go back down here and just let the bots get on with all of that. And when they've built enough rail infrastructure, come back and blueprint some more stuff and put some trains around the place. There are new trains. I think I'm just using the old trains at the moment because I don't have all the things I need to build the new trains. But yeah, I think we... Actually, no, what we're going to do first is go back to the mall and break the mall again. Is it this? Oh, I can drive down the belts, can't I? The belts won't have many things in the way. Hopefully, yeah, sure. You know, seeing 1,000 bots being used is kind of nice. Getting some amount of work done. Yeah, because this thing, yeah, all just a variety of other things that don't need to be here at the moment. Yeah, because I want fluid wagons, I want trains. Are we building up a decent amount of this stuff? Yeah, 500 blue sciences. Not fantastic, but it's probably all running now. What did I... Yeah, this here is the thing I wanted to not be here. In fact, you guys can both go away. And these... In fact, this one here already has the output to here. The only thing this really needs is... Okay, so now this guy's getting twice as many engines, and then... Yeah, we can make a lot of engines, because engines are going to be a thing we continue to need. You can have the engines... Wait, I want those engines. I will at some point want more pumps. So let's just get that done. Yeah, a bunch more pumps, and then you can have everything else I want. I've got steel... I've got a bunch of things I don't want. You can have all of them, and yeah. So all the blue science is likely running. Are you guys running? You are. Some of you are not running. Okay, fine. But a lot of the blue science is running. We need to get more composite stuff going. I think I also need to get. Yeah. So let's. Yeah. Yeah. The composite plan is still gated by the I need to be able to train Stonen plan, so that's continuing to be a thing. But you know, bots are working on it, it'll be fine eventually. So the next thing I was thinking is, yeah, where am I doing this aluminium processing? And I'm not sure I'm doing the aluminium processing here. I might change my mind. I might think about doing the aluminium processing over here and do cracking here. I want to put gas on a train. I want to put light oil on a train as well. Maybe that happens over here somewhere. These guys can... Do we just completely reorganize this? I mean, if it's already going on a train, but then I have to reorganize all of these feeds. Okay, never mind. We're not going to bother with that yet. We're going to... Oh yeah, because the point about that was these... Can these feeds go the other way? Yes and yes. So yeah, I remember reversing this last time. And yeah, now we're reversing it again, so that's a great move. I guess this also makes it easier to put any surplus back on these belts, which is kind of nice. Maybe. Yeah, I guess we're getting rid of... We're gonna do a bunch of bot surgery stuff. Bots are really not busy. Why not? Do you not have Roboports powered? You're just building a bunch of stuff. Okay, we sure, whatever. Getting on with it. And then these things here, also the same. Yeah, losing track of whether or not you're in map view is great. Okay, so these things can all wander through here. Can I actually get... Can I actually get undergrounds in here? Yes. Okay, so we're going to have some ceramic there. We're also going to have a train here, which is going to be in the way. Everything is in the way because the rail plan is terrible. But if I go... Yeah, that's not too in the way, is it? And then I can have... Yeah, we're not even going to worry about the overflows, yeah. Because the other thing that struck me about this is I currently don't have any way of getting steam in here. And that means that at some point in this spaghetti of these unloaders and balancers... Oh yeah, other thing. Each of these guys takes 1 stone a second, and I have 24 of them, so a decent chunk of this is going to need to be red belt, but we'll worry about that later as well. The first thing was going to be, can I get some of this stuff to link my steam in, because I need the steam for the ceramics, and it turns out, yeah, I can still run over train tracks. I don't actually have any trains running yet. That bunch of these things could actually be better placed somewhere slightly differently, yeah. Because then they can go there. And how am I linking to this one? Wait, that's not even the right spot. Okay, fine. I think I linked to this one by taking these out. And then having like another one of these here. And going, you know, that's fine. Okay, so that, when I put steam there, will have steam. This guy can go here. Okay, so we've got a place to have steam if I can get steam in here. And then the other question is, how many boilers do I need? So I've got 24 assemblers that each need 45 steam a second, but they're going to be slightly slower because they're limited by the amount of stone they get through. So say 40, because that makes the math easy, because they're also only needing 3/4 of that because of building speed. So if I need 30 steam per assembler, that's actually half as many boilers. Yeah, half as many as per boilers, because boilers do 60 steam a second. 60 steam a second, yeah. So let's grab some of this. In fact, let's grab all of that. And figure out where this can go. Anywhere, and also how many of these can I have? Because if I'm thinking about beaconing this later... Is that... So then I also need to get water in here. Yeah, because I was thinking of doing... Yeah, one of the reasons to be doing aluminium stuff over here is to also have the water in for this stuff. Although I'm also doing cracking over here. Yeah, the plan for this is, with cracking on one side, I can also have some solid fuel on the other side arriving like that. So let's presume that that's going to be a thing. Let's also do this differently, because, you know, why do anything the same in any of several places? Because this needs to be about here. Is this... Maybe it's going to be easy to do it a different way, whatever. But that's not even the steam. This is here. Can it... Does this... Okay, so this actually doesn't fit here. Or at least... we make it worse. This is going to be extremely difficult to drive a car around, but also that's kind of the thing that's going to happen anyway. Do I even need the ones this far on this side? Even if I am thinking about beaconing this later, how many of these do I actually need and can fit? You are also going to be a thing, aren't you? Yeah, so we're gonna not have these guys here, which is going to be fine. We're going to have some more of this stuff here, which is also going to be fine. We're going to run some more of this in. Yeah, you guys need things as well. And then more of this stuff. Yeah, yeah, sure. Lots of steam power. We're going to put some... Oh yeah, that was the other reason for this, putting this belt here, wasn't it? Okay, let's get rid of these guys. We'll figure out what to do with this later. Is this belt, which will have solid fuel, one of the other things that I need over here long term, long term. This is fine for long term, isn't it? Is a way to have solid fuel or some kind of fuel on this train. And I think because I'm having some kind of plans for putting some kind of stuff in here, that can I? Yeah, I can probably get this through here. So we need to put water there. Yeah, having this is not even 20 years old. It's actually exactly 20. So that's a full offshore pump's worth of steam. Interesting. Bots are not hugely used. Have bots got a lot of things done? Kind of. Okay, so let's continue with these signals are not all great down here. These guys are missing some of the things at the bottom, but fine. Let's continue with building these blueprints out, because we're going to need... Is this going to fit nicely around... That fits nicely around the coal, that's nice. We also want... Yeah. We're doing the most aggressive version of this. So somewhere over here there's like even a decent chance that we've taken an expansion here now, because we're polluting tiles over here that might have biters on them. That means biters might have expanded there. It'll be fine. We also need radar there, things we will worry about later. But we can just go and have bots build all of that. Out of this side, bots are still going and have not yet turned the radar on that out there, so we don't need to worry about that yet. I don't have any trains, so we can just run across this. Yeah, so the question is, of the various questions, how do I... Okay, so the cracking is going to be pretty easy to move into this block, which is going to be fine. Do I care about having light oil at all? I don't think I do. Also because the other kerosene recipe gives me a lot of light oil, so I think we just move... I think we do a new setup. We do this... I do the version that leads slightly nicer into beaconing things. Why did I not? Yeah, there, and then one like that. And then if we grab this thing, and we offset this to here, is this where this goes? Not like that, but like that. Yep. And then we've not got enough space for a beacon. Wait, these beacons that I had were actually 2x2, 2x3, weren't they? So let's presume that I can figure out how to make those work, and give these guys some of this kind of stuff. Okay, and then this pattern wants this kind of stuff, and some of that, and then also some of these, I guess, in there, which will make sure that the beacons, yeah, both these things are connected and powered, and we'll get to beacons. And then I've got to do that for... Do I actually have chem... Oh yeah, I do. I mold chem plants, didn't I? Because the thing I'm thinking about is, how do I make sure that I get enough water in here to be able to run all the cracking? And then I also need solid fuel for this. I need a decent amount of solid fuel for this, don't I? Okay. I guess... Yeah, so I need... Do I actually care about... Yeah, I have no plastic buffer. That kind of needs to keep running for a while. And then I have a light oil thing here. Okay. Okay, I guess that's going to be the first thing then. Get some of these trees out of the way. And we will figure out... And apparently here is where I had a thing. Yep, this thing here can be that way. So that's going to bring fuel to all of these guys and also this train. I need to get fuel to this train as well, which I figure may as well look like... Yeah. One of these things, which can go... I don't know, here, and then we can do... So this train, when it exists, will have fuel and will be bringing me stone, except I don't have any of those things yet. And then we'll copy this so we get the modules in. And I haven't actually thought about how many of these things on solid fuel I need at all. And yes, it's got a cracking recipe, but also that's just so that the bots bring me modules. Are these going to be... Sure. Let's do it like that, just to prioritize. Okay, so this is going to be make some solid fuel here. How many of these do I need? These are 1, 2, 3. So I need about 8 of these guys on. Oh, I have one of these guys in my inventory. In that case, I can change the recipe and have the request still processing. Let's also make sure that these guys have pipe, because dudes having pipe is important. Can I do this with fewer undergrounds? Maybe. Is that even clean enough to be worth doing? I don't think it is. We're just going to keep going like this. Yeah. Something like that. Okay, so let's get the rest of this cracking in place. Do we have... Bots are still just building all of that, and bots are waiting on... Oh, bots are very busy building a lot of stuff, so that's fine. Let's check on the roboports and the power poles in the mall. Yeah, I'm waiting on roboports. Power poles are fine. Wait, do I have... I do have a ton of roboports that I don't need, so bots can just have those. This... I've actually got a little bit of... Yeah, I've got a bit of storage space in there, don't I? Okay, so I reckon I can just... Let's figure out the water management first, because I do need to get a lot of water down here, and I did make more of these big silos, but the question is whether or not they fit. And one here will actually annoyingly impact that one spot. Like this pipe here prevents me from putting that in quite the place where I want. Did I even want it there? Not really. I need it kind of I need it here, because yeah, there's a bunch of pipes in the way. Because I need to be able to have pumps out and then still go underneath. So this is where we're going to attempt to line all of this up. Silo tank. Oh, it actually takes all of those spots. It even takes up the spots in a rectangle. That... Okay. Let's make this worse. Silo tank. Yep, so that's... We're going to put a lot of water in here. And hopefully... okay. I guess we're still going to do this as well, and we're going to say it's to manage pressure, but it's also to manage pipe distance. Okay. That actually lined up pretty well. Yeah, so we're going to fill this tank with a lot of water, and then also be able to pump out a lot of water. And the rest of this plan is to there. Be able to have a little bit of landfill to straighten this up, and then I can have... I don't think this broke anything other than the cracking. Here is going to be where that wants to be. And the cracking was also kind of busted anyway. Yeah, we're going to want... That one I don't like so much. Yeah, we're going to want a bit of... Oh wait, I've got this on me, don't I? I didn't need to wait for bots to do that at all. I can just do that myself, yeah. Yeah, so we can have 2 of these things in here, and then we can have So hopefully this supplies a lot of water into this tank. These guys were already on a different water supply, so I don't need to worry about that so much. And then some of this water, which is hopefully significantly more than... Yeah, hopefully this is quite a bit more than a offshore pumpkin manage. That's probably going to be enough water for all of these guys. These guys need their... Yeah, this is a bit dangerous, isn't it? That has to go into the cracking somewhere. Okay, fine. This light oil is fine. So now these guys are going to get all their fuel. Well, they're going to get their light oil. These guys are going to get their fuel. I still have not set up the rest of the water, so let's just copy. Yeah, so we've got some amount of water here. Cancel. Not that tree. Okay, that tree gets cancelled as well. And then also that pipe. Okay, so other than the fact that we don't have stone, and how are we doing linking that up? Not yet. Bots are still probably short on roboports, because we kind of extended roboports in both directions. Yeah, okay. Get me a radar over here. This is actually the iron that's closer. Let's go for the closer iron. Let's put a radar over there, and then let's also have that blueprint there, and then we should be close to getting this iron. And do we have a lot of landmines that I can blueprint around the place? Kind of, except that these landmines are not accessible to bots, so let's make these landmines accessible to bots. I don't think bots actually have any of those though, so let's give the bots some of those. These guys are, yeah, waiting to put their fuel somewhere, so we can go in there like that. I think because, oh yeah, cannot rotate. Okay, I've got the pipes underneath as well. Because I don't really have any better plans and haven't really thought about exactly how much of that we need. We're gonna do this just to make sure we have a ton of this stuff. Because this is even not necessarily... Like, this is also not the train fuel that... This is also, like, not the train fuel that is the fancy train fuel that I'm making over here or whatever. But I don't even know what I'm doing with this, or which trains I'm using. Mostly this is about getting... Okay, so this whole water interface here can disappear. I think I've just broken the plastic because this tank is... Okay, that tank is not yet full, so that's fine. This tank will be able to support quite a lot of water, which is fine. These guys are... Yeah, so that's all fine. These things also can just disappear at this point, can't they? Those are not things that I need. And then actually, this pipe can run this way, and then we should be able to get the grid... Not the grid, because it's not actually the grid. The edge piece... There? Wires? Wait, because, yeah, that is the edge piece. I'm the wrong way. Yep, like that. And that should put this rail and these poles back. And then we just figure out where this stuff goes. And I think I do want... I definitely want gas on a train. So I guess we have one of these things here and call this, even though we don't have any trains yet. And this is going to be where we just dump a lot of petrogas. And then I should figure out how I'm... Yeah, because the thing I was wondering about is if I'm having a 4-length train, can I... Because these giant silo tanks have these two interfaces which are 2 apart, which I could use to straddle. This will work. or various definitions of work. I'm probably circuit controlling how much gas I'm putting in. But this will allow me to have 3 tanks with no interstitial pipes, so they'll share all the gas easily, and will let me put a lot of gas fairly quickly, and fairly evenly into 4 different trains. Okay, so that's nice. Now I've just got to get these guys powered. Something like so. I mean, that's going to be difficult to beacon, but those guys probably also aren't particularly high value. Do I care about which side of the belt that's on? No, I really don't. Okay, and then got to figure out how to get all of this cracking in, both light and heavy, because this stuff is... Do bots have pumps? Bots do not have pumps. I have a small number of pumps. You probably don't want to be there. You want to do that. And then this is also... Yeah, this is going to be a thing where we're going to say... this kind of thing, and more pump business. And then this one is going to capture any overflow thing more than, say... I don't need a whole lot, because this one is already just pumping, so this is going to be full the whole time. And yeah, we're probably redoing a bunch of this, but maybe not yet. Yeah, so I've got gas through here, and I don't think this here wants to pump in forever. I think we want to set this to gas less than, say, 50,000 to kind of artificially limit the capacity of these things. So these are still going to have 150,000 gas in them across all 3 tanks. But that's going to mean that, yeah, now we just need to work on cracking these 2. Are we up to the point where... Okay, so we've kind of... Yeah, bots are getting towards building all of this thing. Is there... Actually, one of the disadvantages of this rail loop is I kind of need to build the entire thing, because there's no way to turn onto this rail link without having the both... Yeah, I need the edge pieces on both sides of the ribbon in order for these guys to be able to do the U-turns. Or I build another U-turn, like, grid square somewhere in the middle of the grid. Yeah, because if I'm getting a train here, that means it needs to be on this loop here. No, okay, that still works, yeah. But then once it's on this loop, it can't turn back in until it gets all the way to the bottom, which we haven't built yet. So that's going to also be a thing. Anyway, let's smash the rest of this together. How are bots doing? Bots have pretty much finished their stuff, which means that over here, yeah, we can actually... Yeah, this is going to be in the way of a bunch of stuff. But we're still going to go... We'll do that, and then these things are going to need to not be here. And we'll go mine that iron. We probably want another radar, don't we? Like over here or something. Even though, yeah. So we are in fact going to need to just either dump some landmines down. I did not get particularly near laser turret research, so maybe that's the thing that next gets progressed. But the other issue is the landmines are still a long way away. Sure, things to worry about later. Really want to get this stuff done, and then we can call that an episode. So this is going to be... What I could actually do, I think I like this a bit more, is if I had this, but then these ones were actually heavy cracking. Wait, no, because these pipes connect from the inside. Okay, that still doesn't work. We're gonna have to have heavy cracking somewhere else. Okay, sure. But we can still just have more of this. That's how that works. We are in the spot of not even counting how the ratios work at this point. This can pump in here. We can do the same thing. Also copying that. How many of these did we actually build? 16? Let's do that many more. And it will probably be fine. Okay, so we've got to connect. This one here is the... Let's just go all the way back under here. Yeah, that's much better. This oil is the oil before the cracking loop, and it just makes all the heavy oil, which is fine. This gas ends up in here. Actually, the thing we want to do is make this one limited. Yeah, we want to still pump this one in if it's less than 60k. So the cracking will actually turn off before the petroleum gas if I have too much gas, which I think is the way things want to work. And then water is here. Okay, so water's there. These things will oh, that's all in kind of a bad place, isn't it? Sure, whatever. We can have that connecting to the big pole in the middle, and that connecting there, and then this gas also has to get out somehow. Those pipes don't need to be there. Yeah, sure. You probably should be powered somewhere. And then the only other thing I need to do is figure out how to get more heavy cracking in here, because this heavy cracking is not actually filled up yet. Okay, sure. Still run across the rails because we don't have any of those yet. This roboport is completely redundant. I have pretty good roboport coverage here at the moment. This tank is, yeah, it's all just ending up in the petrochem, which I'm fine with. Ah, that's an interesting point, though, isn't it? That if this fills up, the only place I'm getting... Yeah, I'm not actually pivoting this cracking back into this plastic, which I think is probably fine, because I don't think this plastic is staying long-term anyway. Okay, sure. I don't have any more... I don't think the bots had any of those either, did they? Okay. Do I have... I think I just use a different pattern for the... Okay. Why didn't you... Oh, you didn't get... You didn't get modules? Okay, sure. Bots can do that again with modules. Because I have modules now. Yep. I should have... Why have I not? Oh, because bots haven't done these things. Okay, fine. Because this lets me change these recipes. And we're going to do the same kind of thing here. Are we? Yeah. So this one will start like so. And then I've got to still got to get... I think we're going to do this, and then... Yeah, this is just enough space, isn't it? This is fine. One of these on this side, although it should connect to a lot of stuff. And then water is getting pumped out of this giant tank, which is fine. And I shouldn't need that much of it anyway in this situation. And also have not paid attention to... Oh yeah, because it's a curve pipe. Yeah, okay, it's a curve pipe in a particular place, sure. Also have not paid attention to how much water I need for this, but it's probably also still fine. And then this is light oil here, which... Yeah, here was the spot. that doesn't actually connect to it. Okay. Yeah, no, we can leave that like that, and we can also bring this up here. That's fine, isn't it? So we're going to be cracking all of... Oh, these guys didn't get modules either. Okay. Okay. This is going to be some amount of progress, isn't it? We've got all these poles. These guys are doing whatever because... Yeah, so all the refineries are running now because we're cracking all of the stuff. We've got vast capacity to be holding this stuff. This is... Plastic's still fine. Light oil is now cracking again. Oh, did I actually... I did not circuit condition this guy. Which I do want to do. We don't want to crack if we have more than... Yeah, that. This heavy oil... Did I not connect the heavy oil? I did not connect the heavy oil. That is the last thing that we can do this episode. Nearly fits. Okay. If it nearly fits, then you get a pump just to help. Except I don't have a pump. Okay, you don't get a pump. You just get some of those, and we'll remember you maybe need a pump later, but probably not. Okay. So I think we've done a bunch of good things. I think we've got a lot of stuff done. I think we've... So we're fairly lucky in that we haven't actually annoyed a base yet. But we're also not quite working on laser turrets. And then we can also just go... Like, where would you attack? It's going to be somewhere through here, isn't it? Hi, landmines? Are you... You're out of range. Yeah, that's why you would do this with copy and paste rather than just putting single ones down, because when you copy and paste, you get to see the Roboport ranges. So we're going to do that. That's going to be a lot of landmines. These guys are also going to need to extend over here in kind of a silly way. And then this thing here. Also with a radar on it, apparently. Do I want the next radar? Where does this line up? It lines up there. Sure, build a radar there as well. And then we'll pretend that we're defending this, but we're kind of not, and we'll just have bots pull these things up later. Not actually destroying that. Maybe they go... Yeah, these guys are not going to go all the way around that cliff, are they? So that'll give us some kind of defense, and we'll need to pull up all of these lanes and put some train stations, and that's going to be a next time thing. All of this stuff is working now-ish? Sure? So yeah, we've moved the cracking, we've got a little more train access, we've put more trains down, we've put more train stations down. We haven't actually put any trains down. That's I mean, that's a thing of, like, we're kind of building all this stuff and hopefully it works, but it actually might not. Because we need to get, yeah, train... Oh, let's check on... Yeah, so here, this is done. Which is great, because it means that we can just go and train station that the next time. Let's get the bots working on some stuff. Bots could go and do that. Let's also have them do the edge rail thing there, and then also there. And yeah, we got some trains that we can make. I think after having been... Oh, actually, we do actually need the train stations down here as well, don't we? And then they're going to complain about flying over sections and not quite having the Roboports to charge through this gap here. So I guess also bots are still going to be busy. And yeah, some of these things, let's also just get these things out of the way and have a radar like here. Yeah, sure, because that will mean we can get all this stuff out of the way. And yeah, that's also, yeah, the other things that we need to rail base. So yeah, having said, yay, we've got a rail base, we haven't actually put any trains down yet. We've moved a bunch of things around. This build is nearly complete. We haven't actually put any stone in, but we do at least have the steam now, except that these guys don't have the steam. Okay, so now they have the steam. They all have the water. Need to start moving things in. We have we do have solid fuel that will be going into the train when the train is there. So we've got trains that will be fueled. We don't have this train fueled. That's a thing I can just probably also spaghetti around a bit later. Yeah, cracking all the things that we need to. These... Where is this? This light oil also just goes over here, and also all gets cracked, which is probably fine, because we probably will just need the gas at this point. And all of these are not actually finding equilibrium in the way that I thought they would. Like, these two are right next to each other. I would have thought that these would be very quickly matched in their areas. But yeah, sure. Got a lot of stuff done. Moving through the stone mining tech, so I guess the irony is we're about to put down another stone mine, but could soon do that literally anywhere on the map. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, lots of things. Next time, trains.